Welcome, questlings, to the land of Mortera, and the story of a group of adventurers who journey through this world of unstable magic, undiscovered secrets, and unending adventure. Follow us on our grand quests for peace, love, battle, riches, and prestige.
Tavern, and there's a ruckus scene. There's a rowdy band of gnomes that are all playing a fun tune, and it's like a pretty full night tonight. You know, people are having a good time. There's one person in the corner that's like super messed up and making a big mess. There's other people that are gambling, and you know the bar is full. Yeah, it's a busy night, but your guys' table that you always sit at that has just enough chairs is still empty. And old Johnny comes limping up to you guys, and he's like, "Oh, hello there. I made sure to save a table. We've got a busy night. I've got to get going. Do you want me to put an order in for you?"
Yeah, the usual. That was very kind of you.
Yes,
Fish!
you all are my best tenants.
Can I have waffle fries?
Oh, you know what? We just figured out how to make waffles last week for you, and the waffle fries, we haven't gotten around to, figuring out how to boil oil yet, so we'll let you know. And I can get you some fries, and you can strip it into little bits if you'd like.
I read down notes, boiling oil. I'll work on that for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Walker.
Have you any ginger ale or anything?
What do you have a bit of... Oh my, and he looks you up and down. You're looking a bit worse for wear there, kitty cat.
It's been a long day.
You know what, I'll get you a nice cod that we pulled out of the Mitten Bay today.
Oh.
And on top of that, I'll get some ginger roots that we can cut up in some warm water.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
So anyways, we've got a busy night ahead of us, so just, I don't know. And he reaches in his pocket, and he's like, and he throws you a bright red rag that's like dirty and wet, and he's like, just wave this rag around if you need anything.
What's going on tonight?
Perfect.
Oh, tonight, we had a large...
Just setting it on the table where we need it.
We had a large shipment of alcohol accidentally come in through Mitten from Catcher's Wharf. They didn't really know what to do with it, so all alcohol is 3/4 off tonight.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently they were supposed to send it to other places, like some smaller bay areas in the Serpents Cluster, and some was supposed to go to Gardenia Hill. Apparently the nobles are having a big soiree tonight, but a lot of it ended up here, and here we are.
How much would you pay if we would deliver it to that town and come back within 96 hours?
Hey, are you kidding me? I'm making a bunch of loot from these idiots tonight. It's so cheap. Another round for everyone, and you hear everyone go.
Was that 4 for the price of 1?
Oh, so it's 3/4 off. So the way it works is usually it's about a silver. You're getting about to a silver and a half if you want to sardine swisher. So we'd ask for, about 3 or 4 copper morts if you were getting a drink. But we'll give you 4 drinks for the price of a silver and a half.
Okay, I'll have 4 drinks.
Ah, great. That'll be 1 silver mort and 5 copper morts.
2 silvers. Keep the change.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask about the age drinking limit, but I don't know.
Oh, let the boy drink. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
I'm 27!
Not
you!
Mine too.
The boy.
Holy shite.
Oh, God. I keep thinking you're like 15.
Well, thanks. I think.
It's the armor, I guess. Have you never seen his face?
The boy's got a
Well,
red baby
he's
face.
got one little chin right there.
They don't fucking know. Who's the only generic?
I guess your standards for our old age are a little bit different.
No, I'm just saying he got the hair and he looks completely different.
And around this time is when old Johnny comes up, and he's using two hands to hold onto the handles of like 9 or 10 giant beer steins, like huge, and he slams them all on the table, and they all splash a little bit and splash over, and he's like, that should get you through the first round.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Bahamut's burly beard.
And these are like huge. Let me get an example. If anybody wants to play with it.
I do. Whatever he's talking about, I do.
What she said.
There's like 10 of these that just land on the table.
Those are big mugs.
Yeah, they're huge, a flagon, if you will, and they just land. They litter the table there, and they're just full to the brim.
Oh, that's so cute.
And Max just goes to town.
Did they let? Is Salty Catfish Johnny
Salty Catfish Johnny
out of earshot?
Yeah, Catfish Johnny, he like disappeared into the crowd.
Did your family let you party hardy back at Mitten?
I mean, ale's the only safe thing to drink there.
That's so fucking sad.
That's
and
very,
sad.
yeah.
I mean, the water comes out of Mitten Bay, and it's not really.
Maybe they
Good
have
for
some
drinking.
ginger beer. I might as well take advantage of the opportunity, right? Also, I feel like shite.
Dog isn't
Oh, you turning it?
Maybe, I don't know. I want to wait on that card at least.
You said you were learning magic. Got any tricks that you can show me?
Oh, yes. Max, look over there. And you see Vestren just reach out, and she uses Mage Hand to just, like, gently pull the flagon out of his hand and into her cat-like fingertips.
For a second, I really thought it was going to spill. I was, like, worried for a second.
No, it's empty.
You see?
Oh, fantastic.
There you go.
This is so big, Funkin can't even lift it up.
Yeah, it's like not even both your hands don't go around.
They used a fucking.
I got you,
ball.
buddy.
No, he's used to my dear, he's going to choke and die. No.
So yeah, the camera. I think the camera like follows the bottom of the cup. So like it starts eye level, and then the camera just tilts and tilts until it's like up above Funkin's face, and the beer is just pouring down all over your face and spilling on your clothes, and most of it gets into your mouth.
What's that scene from Big Lebowski where he's in that heaven with all the dancing women and he's like the bowling pit or something?
I have a very vague memory of that scene.
That's what I think of with Funkin just swimming in ale.
Got it. Perfect.
Oh, cute. I love it.
So yeah, the night of debauchery goes on, and
Debauchery!
I don't know, like, is anybody like trying to get involved in anything? There's games and stuff going on. People are playing. You've got that key that you haven't quite figured out yet.
Oh, yeah.
You can do drinking games. Is anybody trying to get involved in anything? There's like a lot of fun stuff going on. If you're looking for something, I can let you know if it's here. But the night goes on.
Is there a dartboard?
Sure, there's gotta be, totally. But it's like a larger dartboard and people are throwing knives with it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like small throwing knives.
So I imagine that, Catfish Johnny comes over and he maybe lays down some pod and some ginger beer or something. And after a couple sips of that, Vestren's starting to feel a little bit better. So she gets up, and there's a big dartboard, and gnomes, you said?
I mean, the gnomes are playing this lively music.
Okay, so
it's
everyone
mostly
is just
humans.
like,
But first things first, everybody that drank relatively heavily, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. See how intoxicated you are.
I'm not drunk.
You didn't drink anything? Vestren?
16.
I know, right? She's
10.
Okay.
fine. I'll roll.
So, yeah, if Vestren is feeling sick and sticking to like the ginger root drinks, then that's fine. But, yeah, it's a little hard to get that top off, but we gotta like jimmy it a little bit.
Thanks.
You don't.
Yeah, no.
So Max, this stuff tastes kind of bad, and you're feeling a little buzzy, but you're not quite sure why people like it so much. You seem to have a pretty strong fortitude for this sort of beer.
Better have one more just to make sure.
There you go. Funkin', you're definitely feeling the buzz a little bit. Every once in a while, the world splits into two for a second and comes back together.
Nice.
That's more psychedelic.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's that. What's it called? The drink that makes you go wow, and you got the it's hallucinogenic.
Jägermeister?
Absinthe?
Yeah.
Absinthe.
That'd be so fucking cool.
They sell it now in America, but it's.
I want to
just
try it.
Not.
It's not the actual absinthe.
Yeah.
I think Waka
Doesn't
gives
have a
everybody
psychedelic
like drinks around with everybody,
Yeah.
and then goes to the room that he has with Funkin, and just starts working on gizmos and what's nots.
Cool. All right. So he's playing.
Is
with
there
it.
a.
Can I? Let's see. Let me see. What can I do?
When he's doing that, is there a karaoke bar going on right now?
Sure. Like you can go up and make a request to the band if you'd like to.
Oh my fucking gosh!
I mean-
yes.
It's all just sing along at that point.
It's
not really karaoke so much as just they play a song and everyone sings.
Yeah.
Play some Cher.
Can I make a music box?
Yeah, that's like a little. I'll say like if you toss 3 gold for like components, then yeah, totally. You can make yourself a little music box. What kind of music box?
It's a single song that stops when you close it.
Yeah.
It's playing. Let's see. Let's see. What's some fine old timey? It's playing Get Low, but like yeah, but I use my time to make that. So like I spend like an hour or 2 on it.
Yeah, so you guys see Waka in the corner just poking around with the magical music box.
Right. So.
So you saunter up to the throwing knife board, and
Yes.
it's just like all big burly men who have taken off their shirts, and they still have like overalls on, so it's just like big muscular men, hairy chest, and overalls.
Yeah.
And they're all like smoking big thick cigars, and they all have thick mustaches. And you walk over, and you're just like this tall, lithe cat. And they've got like a chalkboard that they're keeping the score on and everything. And you walk up and like the area around them where all their banter is taking place gets quiet for a moment. They all look at you, and they're almost looking at you like expectantly.
So I reach over to the guy closest to me, who I imagine this guy to be red-haired for some reason, just like Ragnar the red-looking ass guy. And I gently take the cigar out of his mouth and just pick up the nearest throwing knife and should I make a roll?
Well, yes.
I mean,
Duh.
you do a thing.
20 plus,
roll.
plus your attack.
Okay. Plus my attack?
Yeah. Any your regular attack.
Yeah. 14.
14. Okay, yeah. So there's like a white blank outer side, and then a green inner portion, and then a black smaller ring, and then the middle is red. And you land it like right on the edge of the green and the black. Like not spectacular, but it's like a decent throw. And they both kind of like they look at each other, and the one guy like takes the cigar back out of your mouth, and he goes, "Seems we got ourselves a challenge."
Yeah, not bad.
What do you say, Motsy?
I can take it.
All right, Motsy, you're up. And everybody like clears the way, and he goes and grabs your knife, and he flips it in his hand and hands it back to you, and he goes, "Here's the deal. White is 0 points, green is 2 points, black is 4 points, red is 5. 3 knives each. Whoever gets the most points wins however much money you're willing to toss in the pot." And you look, and there's like a small, like really tall table, and he kind of like scoops a bunch of gold into his leather pouch, and he says, "I got 2 against the cat," and he winks at Motsy.
I strut up.
Oh,
I
fuck.
take out 10 pieces of gold
You
and
fucked
I
it up.
stick it down.
Okay.
And I'm like, Vestren's going to win.
Vestren's the name.
It is.
Not bad. Anybody else? Bets. And like other bets fall onto the table here and there.
I look over at Max of Mitten to see how he's doing.
Hey, do good.
I will, thank
He
you.
is just losing. There's like 9 empty cups, just flagons, just all over the place, on the ground, on the table.
Yeah, Waka's still like at the table, just like jimmying together, making this music box work and things like that.
Okay.
So it's still not done.
Use my
So give me like a series of 3 tinkering checks, because you have a. What's the kit that you use?
No, it's part of like my feet.
So you can just create it.
Yeah, as long as I have the materials to make a little.
Yeah, I want to do like some kind of tinker roll to see like
Alright.
how well it goes or not.
Yeah,
just
okay.
generally, just because I don't want to leave you hanging. So add your.
I'm proficient in Tinker's Tools.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, just add your proficiency then.
So it'd be like 2, intelligence and.
Plus your pro.
Oh, that is 2 plus my intelligence is 21.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So like, you actually finished it a little quicker than you expected. It goes like really well. Everything was nice and greased up. You didn't have any trouble with any parts.
Yeah, I still have that scrap I bought like a while back too,
Yeah.
so I was able to like finagle. I even have like a little piece that like flies up and does it spins.
Yeah. And what does it look like? What's the piece that's been like? It's not a ballerina, but like.
It's
Is
kind of like
is it the wooden T?
it's like a little it's like a little bent metal person who's like doing a salute.
Yeah, I love that. Like a little toy soldier or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so like everybody gathers around, and we'll do one roll at a time, right? So it's like Vestren, and then
Motsy.
Motsy. I'm gonna write that down.
I assumed your name was Potsy.
So
Damn it.
who wants to go first? Who what does Vestren do? Like Motsy and Vestren are kind of looking at each other.
You go on ahead, my dear.
Alright. Home turf advantage. Oh. Got my cigar. Sorry.
Plus 2. Okay, so it sinks into the green. The first throw sinks very, very effectively into the green.
Picks the cigar up from the ground. Just warm it up.
Right. Vestren picks up the dagger with. She's practiced ambidextrous, so with her left hand this time, just for funsies.
Okay. Working on ambidextry.
And
Ambidextrous.
19.
Ooh, you barely missed the red. It
Fuck.
sinks right into the edge, but into the black for 4 points. So right now,
I guess I'm the only sober one, so I'm like, yeah, get it.
Thanks, Walker.
oh
Good
well.
luck.
Yeah, should have put down 1 gold, Monty. Bring it home for us.
It's just getting started, alright? Just getting started.
Cool. Monty throws the second dagger. What?
7.
Say it out loud.
7.
Oof. Lands. It sinks sadly into the
Ah,
water.
it slipped. It
Damn.
slipped out of my hands. My hands sweaty.
Vestren picks up the next knife with her tail, because she's practicing that shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say if you're practicing with your tail, I'll give you disadvantage as you practice
Fuck.
for the first couple
You're
nights.
gonna show off.
Yeah.
It's
Fine.
gotta come at a price.
Especially if you're throwing with your tail, you can get better at it.
Well, again, it could be worse.
Nothing much worse than. What'd you get?
A 2 and a 3.
Oh, jeez. So with your
Plus
2
your
plus
dexterity.
4.
So it sinks into the white on the other side of the board. So right now we're on the final round of throws. Motsy with 2, Vestren with 4. Let's see.
Motsy Totsy, roll like Yahtzee.
Ooh,
And
you got
it's a
a
nat 1.
you got a 3, you got a 2, we got a 1.
Alright.
Count
Oh,
down.
actually, roll another d20. It hits somebody. Monty fucking throws it, and like I don't know, like somebody is like walking past it or nearby, and it like sinks into somebody's shoulder.
Okay, so he's gonna just pop his collar up and go, "It's not my night," and try to walk out.
No, like I think like it hits it, and there's a moment where it's like everyone stops, and like the dagger's in the guy's arm, but he's like super drunk, and he pulls it out of his arm, and there's a little spurt of blood, and he goes and like licks it. And he's like, ah! And then the music goes around. It's like,
That's
oh!
one battle-hardened motherfucker
That's
out
like
here.
a knight in Ybor.
Basically, yeah. So this guy just like starts bleeding everywhere.
That's like that time I found a
There's
knife
no
from Jimmy
health care
John's.
back then.
What's
about
that
that
one
later.
like Always Sunny where like the dart goes into that guy's hands and they were like, he didn't even flinch.
Mr. Golden God himself.
Alright, so Vestren's gonna roll with her hands now. Throw with her hands.
Throw.
And I'm gonna roll with my hands. Another 19!
Oh shit! All right, yeah.
Plus all your
Again, it's like
bonuses?
Yeah, fuck. Ah!
I rolled a 1.
yeah. So you can, as long as you got 7. There's one of
It is on here, yeah, by the pillow. I see it.
Yeah, with that you hit the black again, which gives you 8 altogether, versus Motzi's 2. So the first round goes to Vestren. Everyone cheers! Yay! All right,
Thank you, my dear.
you get the pots then. And you get your 10 gold back, and then some, so you get 15, so you get your 15 gold. And then you get the pot, which is the 10 plus 2 that you combine it. You get 22.
Ooh! 144.
24. You get 24.
146
He goes,
gold.
you know what? Shouldn't have put in that much. Motzi, what's wrong with you?
I don't know, boss.
And then, from out of the crowd, as these two big lumberjack-looking men walk off, comes this very thin, very tall elf who is like cartwheeling and flipping like through and like throws their drink in the air and then lands next to you, Vestren, and catches their drink. And then they kiss the empty drink and then all the liquid lands in it and not a drop. And then they take a sip and they
I
go,
love cartoons.
I see that we're throwing knives here. And you see that they have like a
It's a trap.
a sash that has like throwing knives all in it,
Oh my
almost
fucking
like a barrel like bullets, and they're like
Don't do it.
double or nothing.
Don't do it. This is a trap.
Shut up, you very normal looking man. I need nothing to do with
Cheat.
That's just my friend Max.
it. Well, your
This
friends.
is setup.
Oh, no setup here. I know that I'm talented, but if you think that you're better than me, I'd be happy to, like I said, go double or nothing. And she pulls out this thick bag of gold and dumps it, and she goes, does 40 gold sound good to you?
That is thick with 2 C's, y'all.
Do it! Please!
If you take it away, you'll be walking away with 80. And with all that gold you just won against the loser brothers back there,
I'll
shouldn't be a
Rochambeau for it.
problem. What?
I'll Rochambeau for it.
I'm not going to play a game of chance against
No,
a drunken man.
I kick you in the nuts, and you kick me in the nuts, and whoever cries first loses.
I would love to see that, actually.
Humans have the strangest traits.
They do, don't they?
Certainly.
Well, let me consult with my friends.
And she like plays with the gold on the table.
What do you guys think?
Oh, you're gonna lose. I like you, but you're gonna lose.
I don't think you should. Remember what my mom always used to say?
Oh, for funk's sake.
And you see his eyes are going cross-eyed a little bit.
What'd your mom say? Remind me, fucking.
Never eat a cow. Because
What?
Yeah, huh? Funkin', look over there.
Why wouldn't you want to eat a
it
cow?
was something to do
Steak
with
is fantastic.
Funkin', I think you need a.
No, you got it confused from your mom and your uncle. What did your uncle say?
Oh, my uncle said that you shouldn't gamble away things because eventually you'll be bitten in the ass by a cow. That's where the cow comes in.
Yeah, that's
So
where the cow
What do
comes
you
in.
think?
Here's my take on it. You make money. Yeah, you have the money. It's in your pocket.
It sure is.
Do you want to make more money?
I kind of
Greed.
do.
I think you have a reasonable chance. I'd say about 45% chance.
That is less than 50%, my friend.
It's all up to you.
And you look back over, and she's playing with her like platinum blonde hair, like twisting it in her finger and playing with the
Blowing
gold.
blonde hair.
Her blowing blonde hair. And she's like, "Well, I'm waiting."
Wait, I got it better. Ask her on a date.
How about
Would you like some ale? We've got lots of ale.
we do. We have lots of ale.
It's cheap
I
tonight.
don't like to drink cheap, barbaric human beer. I'm a fine connoisseur of alcohol, and I prefer my elven wine. And she pulls out this like really beautiful-looking sack of wine that's like made of this emerald green like silk that's like woven really nicely. And she says, "It's been charmed so that it never runs out." And she takes a sip from it. And, like,
I'll play you
squeezes
for
it.
that.
Well. It's just a gift that's been in my family for a long time.
Right. And I think a fair game of throwing knives would constitute it being part of my family for a very long
I'll
time.
tell you what. And she reaches in her pocket and throws down a little more gold. And she says, 50 gold. Plus the endless sack of elven wine. And you have yourself a deal, my dear.
All right.
You know what?
Oh.
Fuck it!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez Louise, it's fucking crackers and cheeses.
Fucking you are a wonder.
100 gold!
Again, the tavern goes quiet and everyone's like, and everyone looks over. 100 gold. And then the music like stops, like legitimately stops, and everyone crowds around and starts to look.
Oh, fucking here we
And
go.
the music starts to get a little more intense. See if I can find something.
No, as soon as Funkin said 100 gold, Waka winced so hard, like he physically shriveled, like oh, like
You
physically.
see him start shedding his like lizard skin. Okay.
I just reached. It's okay, buddy. It's not your gold.
Fucking collateral, man.
Funkin is so inebriated at this point that he doesn't know up and down. So.
Or 1 from 100.
I have been there. All right. All right, my dear.
So yeah, like it's quiet and the whole bar is watching. We've got 100 gold down. 100, I guess 150. I think
And a fancy
she matches
sack.
it.
Yeah.
She matches it. So between Vestren and Waka, there's 150 gold. She puts her own 150 gold, and she like shakes this loose velvet, green velvet flask of endless elven wine, and she says, "Well, I think it would be only fair if you went first, my dear. How do you feel about that? Or I could go first to make you feel better. Up to you." And everyone in the bar goes, "Ooh."
I'll go first.
Well then, I wish you the best of luck, my dear.
I'm a bad leader. Why did I lose this
I assume Max is like almost completely gone.
13.
Okay, a 13 is going to hit the green, but not the blue.
Fine.
So you get 2 points for your first one, and there's like a light round of applause.
It's like a golf club.
better than that.
She plucks one of the throwing knives out, and you see that the top of the throwing knife is super sharp, but the back half of it doesn't go into like a pommel. It continues to be like metal, but it's carved to look like a beautiful tree. And she's like spinning it around in her fingers just like perfectly, and she throws it for a 14, which is not enough to hit the green, which is not enough to hit the blue still. So it also sinks into the green, a little closer to the blue than yours. But for round 1, you're tied 2-2.
All right.
And everyone's like, oh, let's go up.
Max just burps on it.
12.
Okay, that's still enough to hit the green, barely.
Fine.
You sink into the green dangerously
If we
close to the
tie-
light for another 2 points. And she goes, well, my dear, getting sweaty palms? Are you nervous? She pulls out another one and flicks it, and while she's looking at you, throws it. Nat 19.
Oh!
So she's looking directly in your eyes and throws it, and it's for flavor, and it sinks directly in, like
Someone else was doing
almost directly into the middle of the red.
Gosh.
And everyone's like,
That was
oh! And the claps go up. So you have 4 and she has 7.
She gone crash.
I hope she doesn't crush my bones. All right.
You look over in the corner.
Everybody
and see
blow.
Crusher going, oh, cat.
Do I have inspiration yet?
I have 5 on it.
Everyone definitely has inspiration for their role playing tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
You might want to use it.
Yeah.
Poor old Pumpkin's over here like,
Are we doing best out of 3?
oh, we're going. This
Yeah.
is it. This is the determining thing.
Rather like
You're right
3.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also because we don't have all night.
21.
Okay, yeah. She sinks it into the red, and you are like looking at her, and you're like, all right, you want to play that game? Right into the red it goes, and you get 5 points, and everyone's like, no! So you have 9. She has 7.
I'm ready
She
in action.
literally has to hit the green.
I'm going to sneeze very loudly.
You read my fucking mind. You read my
You're
mind.
gonna try to give her like
The
disadvantage.
moment she tries to throw him, then
Then I guess she like
it would be I don't know, some kind of deception or
roll
some kind of
roll
attempt to distract her.
Would it be
Roll-
performance?
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe.
Roll a performance versus.
We both said performance at the same time.
Roll a performance. This is going to be versus her wisdom saving throw. If she makes the wisdom saving throw, then she'll get regular. If not, she'll have disadvantage.
Fair enough.
All right. What you got?
13.
Okay. All right. She's very dexterous, but not quite wise. So she only has a +2 to this. Yeah, but what? You got a 13?
13.
All right. I need to roll at least an 11.
You need to roll lower than 11.
I rolled exactly an 11. You come look at it. I'm not going to touch it.
11.
So she goes to throw it, and there's like a and she like catches herself just in time, like fixes it, and barely overcomes
You
it.
don't bugger though. Nice try.
Because tie goes to the
Defender.
no. Wait.
Well,
Oh, for
if
saving
it was
throws.
like an attack roll.
Yeah, that'd be different. That would hit.
Then
For
tie
saving
goes to the
throws.
attacker.
Don't fucking call me
Using my
Barney.
roll as the DC, then tie goes to the.
Okay, so she gets the last roll here.
1.
Natural 6. She barely lands it in the green,
Which makes it a tie.
which makes it a tie. It brings it from 7 to 9, which means you're going into sudden death.
I'm using my.
Oh! You both line up next to each other, and we're both going to throw at the exact same time. Everyone goes completely silent. At this point, even the music stops, and everyone's waiting on bated breath. And you're both looking at each other, and then you both throw.
17.
Oh no.
Total?
17 total.
Oh my fucking gosh, man.
Okay,
Wait!
they
Should I bother using fucking inspiration for this? What the fuck am I gonna do?
It's up to you. Do you want to use
That could make
inspiration?
you lose.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it just if it was
No,
last
don't worry about it. It's just darts.
I
It's
think
just darts.
hers sinks into the dartboard a second before yours, and then yours just clangs directly into hers from behind,
Whoa.
showing that it was the exact same spot. And like yours knocks hers loose, and they both fall to the ground. And she's got one dagger left on her little bandolier, and she pulls it out and she says, "I'll give you two options. Obviously, we're evenly matched.
Indeed.
You can bow out now. You can take your gold. I will take my gold and my flask, and we'll leave it at an arbitrary end. Or we can do our final throw."
I open the music box and it says, ding, ding, ding.
Crush her bones.
It's crushing the bar?
Right, yeah, crushes the
Oh my
deck.
God. What are we thinking?
What are you thinking? I'm giving you an out.
Think of the drama.
Yeah, you'll either lose 150 gold or you'll get 300 gold. With
net.
yeah, you'll net 150, but you'll receive 300 back, and you'll have an endless elven wine flask. It's up to you.
I think at this point, I think Waka fainted at the last throw.
Yeah.
So me outside the game is going to completely regret everything, but Funkin, because he's so drunk, he's like, "And my pony!
Oh no! Billy Bob is suddenly over in the corner, like you know that like in cartoons when the camera moves really quickly and it's just a huge blur. Yeah, there's just like a blur through the bar. And it's just
This is the best episode of this fucking podcast
there's just
ever.
a pony with a big scar on its neck in the corner, and she goes,
No.
She goes, "You know what? I could use a pony. I've always loved pony meat." And she licks her lips.
You can't eat Bob.
Oh, I've eaten many ponies in my time, whether or not they were named.
That's just wrong.
Max. My dear.
Yeah, old Johnny comes over to you, Max, and he's like, "Oh, here you go, boy. This is some water for you." And he gives you like,
No, thank you,
you
sir.
grab another flagon of beer. Oh yeah.
Mama didn't raise no pussy. Alright,
Are you doing it?
I'm fucking doing this.
Oh, this is it, man.
My dear.
This is it, man.
Inspiration, please.
Oh yeah, you better use your inspiration.
I am using
Here we
my
go.
fucking inspiration. First roll.
Roll again. Roll that again. Inspiration.
What was that? What was it?
Nat 3.
Nat 3.
That is
13.
You want to hear something funny?
Wait. So,
Okay.
Oh my God.
you throw your dagger with a 19 or a 13.
13.
You throw your dagger very successfully into the blue. Sinks in, and the camera doesn't see anybody else. The camera just has like enough of a view to see the dartboard. It sees like it's like zooming in on your dagger onto the blue, and it's like going into the bottom right corner. And then we hear the throw, and then to the bottom right of your dagger, hers sinks in to the green below yours, and everybody goes fucking wild. She misses. I got a natural
Roll the
3. And instantly the music starts playing again. I was like, ah! Everyone fucking freaks out.
Back, y'all!
Waka's still on the ground, Waka's still fainted.
Max, Max is vomiting. My dear, oh my goodness gracious.
And everyone like picks you up and they're like raising you in the air.
Fucking crowd surfing.
Fucking, you like, I don't know, Bob is just like looking at you like shaking his head. And then Waka, you wake up to everyone cheering. And you look and you see the two daggers, one below
She
the
did
other.
it. She did it. She won.
Are you saying this to my
Waka.
to my unconscious body?
Semi-unconscious.
Oh, okay, yes.
Nudge him awake. Hey.
Whoa! What happened?
She won.
Oh,
She did it.
The camera pans over to Vestren, just like highly, just like picking up all the gold.
Yeah. So you get your 50. So you get an extra 50 gold, and Funkin, you get an extra 100 gold.
What?
And you get to keep up. And
I had nearly 200 gold.
once everybody clears out a little bit, and the music like gets a little quieter, she comes up to you, and she brushes her hair out of the way, and she says, "Well, I can't say I've ever lost before in something of this nature, but I suppose if I were to lose to anyone, it would be a random stranger above." She rolls her eyes. Not a very gracious winner.
I didn't win.
That's my friend Max is just.
I
Very,
lost my stomach contents.
He sure
And you see old Johnny's like shaking his head, and he's like cleaning it up, and he looks really dejected. And she puts her hand on your shoulder.
No. I'll do that.
Oh,
He hands you
Max!
the-
Oh,
He
Max!
hands you the knob.
Max of Muffin over there.
She nods her head and she puts her arm on your shoulder and she pulls out the wine, and it's like a sack, right? You like it's really loose. Like you can play with it. You can feel the wine like moving around in your hand, but it's like really nice, like silk and velvet. It's a beautiful emerald green, and it's got a thick cork in the top. And she pulls it out and she shakes it a bit and she says, "Do you mind if I take one more sip?"
Take all the time you need, my dear.
And she takes a nice sip, and you see this like beautiful, like dark purple wine like spill down the sides of her
That
lips just a little bit.
blackberry wine.
Yeah, and she like wipes her mouth and she puts the cork back on, and she hands the velvet green, emerald green sack to you, and she says, "Take good care of it. It took me a long time to create it. It'll probably take me about another 20, 30 years to make another. Maybe I'll make it platinum this time." And she plays with her hair again.
To match your hair, my dear.
Hey, you made this?
I did.
What's your name?
My name. It's Vivian.
Vivian.
Yes.
Good to meet you, Vivian.
good
You're
to
a good
meet you.
sport.
I
Well,
hook it to my belt.
nice. Yeah, you hook it to your belt. She says, "Well, us elves, we're known for our propriety and for living by our word.
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm only in town for another couple days. I'll be heading back out to the northwest, the highlands, but I do wish you the best."
I hope that I run into you again.
If you ever find yourself in the highlands working with the Vanitors for high-level quests, then I'm sure we'll find each other again. And she bows a little and backs into the crowd and disappears. And the night continues on. There is one moment near the very end of the night where Max and Waka, you get that sense where it's like, oh, maybe Max for you it's like, oh, you can't tell. Like maybe it's just like you're about to throw up. But Waka, it's the familiar feel of like, ooh, oh no, the Mitten Bay hotspot is about to do its thing.
Everybody, it's a wave.
And some people look at you and they're like, oh shit. And others are like, what do you mean it's a... And then the wave comes through. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I'll
Everybody?
do mine at disadvantage.
Yes, you are very drunk.
I'm high right now.
I'm good.
Oh, fuck. 12.
19.
Oh, nice. Yeah, 12 is exactly the DC 12.
3?
Okay, you failed.
3.
3. Jesus. So, Vestren, you vomit. Funkin', you vomit.
I got this.
Max,
I still
you
got the
hold
mop.
out, yeah.
I still got the mop.
And you hold out as well.
I start mopping up your vomit.
And I think like the night ends, we just fade to black when the wave comes through, and like half of everybody in the bar, the wave comes through, and everyone's like, and right before everybody throws up all over the bar. Shoo.
In the blackout. Don't worry, I'll clean it up.
Yeah, that's the last thing we hear is drunken Max. And I think we also hear like a sigh from old Johnny, like, and everybody passes out for the night and goes to sleep.
Wonderful.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Bro, like, that was fucking cool.
That was the most I've been worried in a long time.
I can't believe you won that. She had a fucking +6 to her dexterity.
Damn.
Or +5 to her dexterity side.
Holy hell.
So yeah, she was rolling on you. But I got that nat 3 at the very end.
I'm glad I had that inspiration.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, for doing all that, just take another inspiration for the night.
Woo!
Everybody gets inspiration for the night. Everybody gets their spells back if they wasted spells during the skeleton fight. Everybody gets full HP back.
Yeah.
And you're back to max. And not max, but max HP. And
Max above.
I'm assuming definitely max and maybe Funkin' and maybe no, not this one. But definitely max and maybe Funkin' wake up with a serious hangover.
Definitely.
No.
The 10 hit points from yesterday, did those go away?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who sleeps? Do you all sleep under the same?
Are we in the same room now? Okay, then it's just me and Funkin'.
Okay.
I
Max
just
is
set
in
up
his
my
own
usual
room.
Got it. You have your own room?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Funkin' and Max, or Funkin' and Waka. Wow, even when it's two of you, I can't get both your names right. I go and roll the d6 for sleeping under the quilt of warm comfort.
2. D6. Let's go. That's D8. Where's my D6? There it is. Oh, 6.
Nice.
I
Nice.
can't believe that fucking
I am
happened.
so mad that you pulled that off.
That's so
It
good.
was a tie, and then another tie, and then...
Very dramatic.
Yeah, I love it.
And I got that thing. I got to write that down.
It's good audio.
Endless
Wine
wine.
class.
Yes, so you have an...
Wine skin.
what do we call it? An elven wineskin of... Oh, here we go.
You just
Bottomless, yeah.
wine skin.
Bottomless elven wineskin.
Nice.
So write that down somewhere in your treasure or something
Equipment.
like that. So you have equipment here. You can write it on your back page. Do you have your other 2 character sheets? Okay, yeah. So you can write it wherever you'll remember it. But yeah, you have elven wine, unlimitless elven wine now. I regret making that decision. But here we go.
There you go. That's what happens when you on the
Wine
spot
drink
make up a
cheap
magic
for
item.
cheap when you
It's like,
drink
this is
expensive for free.
this is your penance for not being able to purchase the Heward's Handy Spice Pouch.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.